Yo, what up? It's Teddy. Caravan Crypto. Sorry, almost said Caravan Film Cruise. Caravan Crypto in the house. And today we're going to look at the 2020 Twitter Bitcoin hack. All right. And if you don't know what it is, watch this brief video and you'll be basically caught up to speed.
Twitter has revealed new details about one of the biggest cyber attacks on the social network. It believes hackers accessed its internal systems after targeting Twitter employees. Yesterday, fake messages appeared on the Twitter accounts of dozens of celebrities, politicians, and billionaires, including Barack Obama, Elon Musk, and Kanye West. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey wrote, "Tough day for us at Twitter. We all feel terrible this happened. We're diagnosing and we'll share everything we can when we have a more complete understanding of exactly what happened." Anna Werner shows us how the scam worked.
The tweet from Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk seemed too good to be true. "I'm feeling generous because of COVID-19. I'll double any BTC payment sent to my BTC address for the next hour. Good luck and stay safe out there." The address to send the cryptocurrency posted right below. Similar tweets appeared on the accounts of celebrities Kanye West and Kim Kardashian West, politicians former President Obama and Joe Biden, and billionaires Michael Bloomberg, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates. Companies like Apple and Uber were also targeted. Here's how it worked. The sophisticated scammers took over verified accounts, then convinced Twitter users following those accounts to send Bitcoin, a digital currency that can be traded for dollars, to a website and promised double the money back. Within hours, Twitter limited functions for all verified accounts and acknowledged the hack, saying, "We are investigating and taking steps."
Okay, real quick. They didn't send it to a website. Like, that's bad journalism. They sent it to a Bitcoin address. So it's a public blockchain, and you can see the Bitcoin address that they sent it
to fix it.
It's a terrifying moment for Twitter.
Nick Thompson is Wired's editor-in-chief and says the way the scam was executed, hacking into Twitter itself and not individual accounts, makes it stand out from others.
Normally, when you see the scam, it's coming from the address of someone whose name you don't know. It's not coming from Elon Musk.
Thompson says hijacking verified accounts in an age when tweets make news could have disastrous consequences.
Now that so much of life happens on Twitter, getting access to the most popular verified accounts means you can do near infinite damage.
Twitter's still investigating this hack. The big question, of course, who was the hacker? Nobody knows that right now. But the company says it had locked most compromised accounts and would reopen them when it was safe to do so. Tony?
Yeah, the big question is, who was the hacker? Also, what else may they have in the direct messages, for example, in those Twitter accounts? Anna, thank you very much.
And whoa, now that's the real thing right there. Look, to be honest with you, here's some screenshots of like, of what basically, they said. So Joe Biden is on here. "I'm giving back to the community. All Bitcoin sent to the address below will be sent back doubled. If you send $1,000, I will send back $2,000. Only doing this for 30 minutes. First of all, if you own Bitcoin, and look, these guys, at least by 10 o'clock this morning, when I was listening to it on The Modern Investor, which I suggest you all follow and check on for news every day. People who sent Bitcoin to this address, like, they don't even understand how Bitcoin works. Typically, sending and receiving addresses differ. All right, so like you could send your Bitcoin to this address, and there's literally no way for Joe Biden to send you back your Bitcoin because you used that address. It doesn't work like that, right? Same thing with Jeff Bezos. They did the same thing. So so some dude hacked Twitter, or some people hacked Twitter. The central servers accessed through the back door to all of these accounts, Jeff Bezos, Kanye West, Apple, and then put out legitimate tweets. Now look, all right, look. Here's the thing, man. This typically happens by these scammers making fake Kanye West accounts or fake Jeff Bezos accounts, using follower like paid follower services where like you could pay and have the followers of your social media account like go crazy, hundreds of thousands of followers within a couple of days. So they'll do that to try and make it look like it's a legit account, and then they'll put out one of these tweets to, hey, send me 0.1 Bitcoin and I'll send you 0.2 Bitcoin. Send me 0.5 and I'll send you a full Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin or whatever. This has been going on since 2015 or something like that. And I guess it works really well because they still keep doing it. But this hack right here, this is like the craziest way that they've done it. Elon Musk, I'm giving back to my community due to COVID-19. All Bitcoin sent to my address below will be sent back doubled. If you send $1,000, I will send back $2,000. Only doing this for the next 30 minutes. Enjoy. It's crazy. 454 retweets and comments. 1.6 thousand likes. You know what I mean? Like, dude, oh man, it's crazy. So they took that little low-level scam, and this is like probably the most basic scam you could do with Bitcoin. It requires no setup, no thought. It's so basic. But they took that and they just said, you know what? You want to really get paid, guys? We'll do this scam for real. And they hacked Twitter to do this scam. Now, look, man, if you were going to hack Twitter to do a scam like this, like let's say you were a hacker and let's say you were sophisticated in terms of swindling people out of their money, dude, you know what you could do? First of all, I'm sure they have Bitcoin. Turn it into cash or trade it into, I don't know, turn it into something else. Leave it on an exchange and then do this hack and hack Coinbase, hack Changzheng Pao and Binance, and say, the FBI raided our offices and seized the crypto. Do you know how fast people would sell Bitcoin? Do you know how fast that number would dump out? The price of Bitcoin would just free fall. Put out a tweet saying that Trump and Joe Biden both saying, if I get elected, I'm going to ban cryptocurrencies immediately. SEC putting out a tweet saying, under executive order, all cryptocurrencies are banned and all crypto exchanges will be seized immediately. Stuff like that, scaring people. The price of Bitcoin would plummet. Might not go to zero, but it would get really low. And anybody who had cash in USD or had some stop losses on an exchange, oh man, imagine buying Bitcoin right now at $3,000, $5,000. And once everybody kind of figures out, oh, it was a hack, it's not real, they would just pile back in and bring the price back up. And whoever made out of there, did pretty good. So anyways, I called this about 5 days ago on the Caravan Crypto YouTube channel. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but here, matter of fact, I'll just pull it up. So about 5 days ago, I did this video called, I really hope none of you who are watching fell for that scam, that Twitter Bitcoin hack.
Yo, what up?
It's called Don't Get Scammed in Crypto, right? And I break down like all the ways you get scammed in crypto. Or not all the ways, there's like so many ways, but the most popular ways. And I basically just give you like a blanket solution to where you just won't get scammed, So if you watched it, you probably didn't get scammed by the Twitter hack. And if you didn't, which only one person watched this video, if you didn't watch it, I hope you didn't get scammed by the Twitter hack. Now, surprisingly, the market really just hasn't reacted, man. It was here. We could watch the full chart. We can get into it. It was sitting at around 9,400 before I went to sleep, and then when I woke up, it was in the low 9,000s, right down here, 9,025 and whatnot. But once people realized, oh, this is a scam, a Twitter scam, like they just came back into the market and pushed the price back up. We are still in a downtrend. If we look at the 77-minute chart, we are well underwater here. We're under this blue line. It's trying to break past this red line. That's first level of resistance. Let's see if it happens. Maybe it won't. It's looking like it might get rejected, but I don't know. So I think we are in for some downward movement, like all markets right now, like all the markets that exist. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, this whole hack thing, Twitter getting hacked, and remember, like, dude, if Bitcoin did get hacked, like if the Bitcoin network got hacked, you could probably bet we're dropping the value of Bitcoin 95%, 98%. Because the reason why Bitcoin is as valuable as it is because it can't get hacked. It's like the probability of getting hacked is basically impossible. Okay, it's not going to get hacked. So what happens is you got a lot of very uninformed people jumping on Twitter, and some of them have check marks next to their name, and they say things to other people who are uninformed, saying that, you know, we should ban Bitcoin because of this hack. And it's like, that's like blaming, you know, uncut diamonds or unmarked bills for robberies. You know what I mean? Like, it's nonsensical. It doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. But anyway, here, let's go through some of this, right? So this dude who works for the New York Times, Josh Barro, he says, you know, we wouldn't have to worry about this sort of thing if cryptocurrency was illegal. No, you would still have to worry about that kind of thing because, you know, today it's a Bitcoin address. You know, hey, send me your bank account number and I'll wire you the money. You know, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, fill out this form on our website and we'll send you COVID relief. It just has your banking information, your social security. I'm Elon Musk. You trust me. I'm Joe Biden. I'm Donald Trump. You trust me. This thing would have happened any other way. Yeah, it could have got reversed, but who knows? Who knows how it would have happened? But the fact that people who were running a scam, who wanted to maintain the value that their scam was producing, the fact that they chose Bitcoin says a lot about Bitcoin. Says a lot about Bitcoin, because once you send that money off, it's there. You can't get it anymore. Even the U.S. government has seized Bitcoin in wallets from Mt. Gox. Still doesn't have access to some of the wallets till this day. Till this day, hundreds of millions of dollars. Till this day. All right. So, you know, that's a benefit. That's like shows a very, you know, a huge strength of Bitcoin. Now, this is a chart that shows like cryptocurrency transactions used for illicit purposes, which it's just, if we don't count scams, you know, we're under 2%. But because we're counting scams, you know, we're a little above 3. This is at 3%. So this is dark net markets. This is like your dark web type stuff. These are stolen funds under 1%. Even over here, and a little tiny bit over 3% represents scams. You look at child abuse material, ransomware, sanctions, terrorism financing. None of that is showing up on this chart here. But you know. So it's not like these guys are using Bitcoin for illicit purposes. Because if you were serious about using using cryptocurrency for illicit purposes, you would use Monero or Dash. These are coins that can't get tracked at all. They wash the transaction, the user, the sender and the receiver. So yeah. And yeah, the damage could have been much worse. Like they used this relatively harmless hack. They pulled off one of the biggest hacks of the century. Okay, they commandeered like thought leaders in the world. They commandeered their main platform for the distribution of their thought. They commandeered that, and they used it to run this pointless, stupid, just dumb, low-level scam. Some are saying that this was an attempt to, get people rallied behind banning Bitcoin. But this is like the absolute dumbest way you could have used the tremendous power that you had in being able to create, these tweets. Now, look. Besides the ongoing criticism of Twitter's central point of failure, Congress has had similar concerns regarding Facebook's Libra and its centralizing influence over users' funds, which it's absolutely susceptible to this same kind of attack. All right. Now, it took Twitter's team several hours before it began blocking compromised accounts. It took several hours before it could block compromised accounts. That's crazy. Arguably, this could be done faster in a decentralized setting where users could use a voting-like mechanism to tag suspicious accounts. Now check this out. Vitalik Buterin, a co-founder of Ethereum, criticized Twitter's centralization and said that getting these accounts back may be a lengthy process. So this random dude says true, but could be argued without those back doors, meaning like Twitter's admin position. their accounts could have been lost forever. And Vitalik responds with, I have friends who today have Twitter accounts that they are locked out of, and they contacted support weeks ago, and the backdoor isn't helping. One already just created a new account. Now, all right, let's go to another one. In the latest, Twitter is now blocking any tweets that feature a blockchain address. They're going to do that temporarily, but Jack Dorsey invests $10,000. Who's the owner of Twitter? He uses the Cash App, which he's also the owner of, to purchase $10,000 of Bitcoin every single week, and he's been doing that for 2 years now. A few decentralized alternatives. Twitter is not the only platform that occasionally becomes a playground for scammers. Instagram and YouTube are frequently attacked too. Oh man, YouTube crazy. YouTube is rampant with these same kind of low-level scams. That's why before you invest money in anything, you really have to know how it works, because these scammers rely on you not having enough, information and familiarity with what you're investing in to take advantage of that. Like, people who understand how this stuff works, they don't fall for it at all because they get the mechanics of how Bitcoin works. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, even went as far as suing YouTube because his complaints about impersonators weren't addressed in line with his expectations. Brad wasn't happy with Instagram as well. Be aware, don't respond. This is Brad Garlinghouse. This is his real account. Don't respond to fake Instagram requests from me after 7 weeks and multiple asks to take down Brad XRP on Instagram. This is a fake account. I get this form rejection, Instagram telling me that it is actually me. All right, now look, let's read this. Okay, so look, very surprised Instagram is not more on top of platform abuse. We should expect better. Okay, so Brad XRP is not Brad Garlinghouse's Instagram. Okay, he's got a legit Instagram. So he posts this fake account, right? And then he posts the report that he made, right? You anonymously reported Brad XRP for impersonation. Thank you for taking the time to report Brad XRP's account. While we reviewed the account you reported for impersonation and found it does not violate our community guidelines, reports like yours are an important part of making Instagram a safe and welcoming place for everyone. This is his real account, dude. This is an impersonating account. You know how you get the check mark? You get the check mark by proving to Instagram that it might be dangerous or that your name is confused with other people's names, right? So if somebody's impersonating you, like, that's a dangerous thing, especially when you're the CEO of one of the top 5 cryptocurrencies in the world. This person could put out, if they amass some kind of like large following, like 50,000 people or whatever, they could put out messages that completely thwart the integrity of the platform. You know what I mean? It's dangerous. And you're messing with people's money, like people's hard-earned bread. People really think that XRP is going to take off. I mean, they're calling for like $100 XRP and stuff like that. Right now, it's like 20 cents. So, you're talking about people dumping hard-earned savings, retirement, whatever they got into this thing. It's important to have an account from a genuine CEO of that coin. All right. So yeah, so look, this is his thing. This is all because we're working with centralized systems. This is what happens. Like, this is just a symptom of and this is where it is. Look, centralized social media platforms are unlikely to be replaced with decentralized alternatives anytime soon. The latest Twitter hack has, however, made users more aware of the flaws in current internet infrastructure. Consequently, this may foster the adoption of decentralized platforms in the future. No doubt about it. Now, look, man, it's important to understand that you have to take the time to research what you're investing in. Okay, I know that a lot of people, like, they don't want to take the time to learn about something. But if you don't, not only can you get scammed through these scams and whatnot, but more importantly, you could have one of these bobblehead dudes with a check mark, right, with a following, try to steer you out of your investment or into another one. And because you don't know what they're talking about, you don't know that they don't know what you're talking about, and you fall for it. Okay, so you really have to take some time out. And I'm not saying this is an easy thing. It took me at least 2 to 3 months before I put any money into cryptocurrency for me to, to wrap my head around what it is, right? Because I know, like, you're trying to figure out, like, okay, what am I spending here? What am I putting my money into right here? Like, what is this actually? What do you mean a blockchain? Like, well, it hurts the brain, because our typical idea of currency is something that isn't internet based. It's something that has control, and it's something that has something tangible that you can hold. And that framework is where we try to fit the word currency, when we hear cryptocurrency, into, to make it legitimate, right? To legitimize it in our minds. It takes a fresh slate, a really imaginative approach to understanding how this magic internet money could be actually a viable currency in the future, or even today. I mean, right now, literally, even 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It's the same principles that it worked on from its inception is the same ones that we're working off of today. Okay, this is just it's a lot to take in. There's a lot going on every day in the crypto space. It is nothing short of exciting. Investing in crypto has been very rewarding for me in my life. I know for the lives of those who even lost money in the crypto space, it's been very rewarding overall. Trying to understand this stuff takes one really questioning, the way a lot of things are structured in our minds, and we're creating a trustless mechanism, and that alone, right? The idea that there's no one to trust. Like, what do you mean there's no one running this thing? What do you mean? What it runs by itself? Like, what are you talking about? This is a very new idea, a very, very new idea, that we can set rules in place, and the rules govern the system on its own, right? I mean, it never happened before. It could never happen before. Nothing has ever existed in that way, other than like nature or something like that. You know what I mean? Something natural to the universe. Other than that, we've never been able to make something that could operate like that. We've always had to trust a figurehead and place our trust in that figurehead, and the reputation, the integrity, the fortitude of that figurehead is what we rely on. And human beings are human beings. Are they going to be perfect? No, they're not yet anyway. But the system is the system, and it runs how it runs, and the rules are the rules, and it governs in that way, regardless to race, creed, class, color, gender, belief, political ideology. It doesn't care about any of that. It just treats everyone with freedom, justice, and equality. And I think that's the kind of future we should look forward to by instituting trustless systems into our daily lives. So yeah, all right, I'm off my soapbox. I just want to talk about how Twitter got hacked, and these guys made a couple $100,000. It's nothing. It's nothing. You want to really hack? Like, dude, get 40,000 Bitcoin out of somewhere. Get 4,000 Bitcoin out of somewhere. That's a real hack, and those have happened before. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you all are being safe out there. Please like, subscribe, argue with me, dislike. I don't care what you do. Just engage. It would be awesome. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.